and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another BulletMarv's review. Today's review is going to be on the 2001 classic, exclusive for the Wii, Xenoblade Chronicles, developed by Monolith Software, and published by Nintendo. This was part of the Operation Rainfall, don't know what you would call it really. Well, request to get this brought out in North America. Because it got released in Europe before America, which is pretty awesome for us. Okay, so what is this game about? Well, you start off and you got this big, massive opening cutscene with these two giant robots fighting each other, and then they come to a complete stop. Time moves on, and you soon learn that you're living on these machines which have just stopped, have killed each other fighting, so you're living on these machines. You have the Mechon, who are the bad race, and then you have the... what is it? Can't remember the name, don't matter. Crap review this. But yeah, your story, your character's called Shulk, and him and his friends have practically got to save the world, more or less. It's your typical RPG fanfare, to be honest. What makes this game so good? Well, personally, I believe it's the characters in it, because with all these Operation Rainfall games, the Pandora's Tower, Last Story, Xenoblade Chronicles, have great story, character development within them, and also the fighting mechanics are very good, and it doesn't get repetitive either, which is pretty damn good for a game actually on the Wii. So, as for your characters, I've already mentioned one, Shulk. Him and his friend Ryan, who is like your tank character, he goes in all guns blazing, real close quarters. Another character which I've got called Charlotte, she's like the healer, and she does range attacks. She uses like a sniper rifle as weapon. Ryan has a massive spear on his arm, sort of weapon. So, as I mentioned, the fighting mechanics are very good. I enjoy them. It's live action RPG fighting mechanic, very similar to what's in Final Fantasy 12. I mean, saying that, I think this is better than Final Fantasy 12. The way that it is, it's a lot simpler. It's a lot simpler to do. So, how about leveling up then? Well, you level up during battles as you would do normally, but it doesn't automatically increase your attacks or the levels of your attacks. You have to do that separately on a menu called your art system, which you use AP, which you get in fights by uncovering locations or doing side quests, to level up your character, make them stronger, make their attack stronger, and generally all around better as well. And you can also set certain attacks as well that they can do, which you will use in a chain mode attack. So when a certain bar gets to the top, which is in your which is in the top left corner of the screen, once that's full, you can form a chain attack. So you can break the defense, get one person to knock them down, then another one to just do a massive attack. So you can chain your attacks together, and you can end up chaining like 4 or 5 different rounds with using the encourage button. As I was saying, the encourage button. Anyway, with that, the encourage button, it'll come up saying telling you to press B at a certain time. It's a quick time event, but that helps how your team think of you, and the better your team thinks of you, the better you are. You have a system in it called, what is it now? What's it called? The bond system, and that's just bond between your characters, more or less. So the more your characters like you, the better they'll be in battle. Simple as that. Do more attack and do more critical hits, and will help you when you need healing and everything like that. You've also got bonds for the non-playable characters within towns and everything, and when you do side quests, these bonds become stronger, so you could end up getting discounts, and whatever you do actually changes the world around you, which is a very unique thing, really, I think, nowadays in RPGs. So, as for the environment which you're in, it's gorgeous looking. You have from caves to wide open spaces, and the graphics on it just help. The music and the way that it feels, it just puts you straight in, and it doesn't matter what part you go to, at what level. There's part early on the part called the Bionic Leg, and these monsters there, which are like level 90. You're at this time only probably about level 15. So going on against them at level 90, no chance. And they're just walking around. You've got all these monsters walking around. Think of it like if you've ever played Final Fantasy 13 and you get to a part where everything's wide open and you see all these monsters. It's that sort of thing. It's flipping gorgeous to look at. You also have the AP system or the art system as well. So you get AP from battles, and as I said, you use that to level up your weapons. Side quests, you get them from various people in town. It'll be go and collect this, or defeat 3 types of this monster, or there's this monster, special monster at this area, and it's causing trouble. Kill him, and then you get items, gems, and everything. Also, you have a gem. You can make gems which you socket into your weapons as well, which makes you harder. You get armour and everything like that. What really is there to say about this game though? I mean, to get this game, you have to have some money on you, basically. It can go a bit expensive now. I've seen it now on eBay, and buy now go for like 60 quid. And that's because it got released in a special edition form, which most people want, and I recommend getting that version because using the actual Wiimote and nunchuck is rubbish. So you want to make sure you've got one of these for your Wii. If you haven't, get one. The Classic Pro controller. It feels good in your hands and it's brilliant to use on these RPGs, and it just connects into your Wiimote like so. So it practically is wireless. So playing on the game, I've put in probably about 19 hours into this game, and I'm only on the 3rd chapter at the moment, and there's a total of like 11, 12 chapters I think. So I'm still very near the beginning, but I'm leveling up fast. I'm getting loads of peaks. I'm doing the side quests. Side quests are very important. I recommend doing them as early as you can. Keep doing them. Keep doing them. You also have another mechanic in the game called Heart to Heart, and that's where you find out backstory to your characters as well, and that helps obviously with your bond with your characters. If you keep doing them, you'll end up leveling up faster. As for enemies, they're varied. Like most of them are the same type. Like you've got a few repetitive ones, but they're varied in what attacks they can do due to the different level scales on them as well. And obviously the higher level enemy, the harder it's going to be. Boss battles are just amazing and epic. I mean, at some points you're doing a boss battle and you can't even see what's really going on the screen because it's that big and epic is the boss. As for the cinematics, this is where this game shines through. Voice acting is just spot on with this, and the way that it looks, where it feels, the way that it plays on a Wii. This game is probably better than most of the stuff that you get on like the last gen now PS3, Xbox 360 consoles. It looks better than some of the stuff that comes out on there. So I can say it with very much confidence. Get this game. You won't regret it. It's worth even getting a Wii for. If you've got a Wii U, well, you don't need to get a Wii, but get this game. Anyway, I've been Andrew Smith, BulletMarv, and as I say at the end of every video, if you have any questions, put them in the section below. If you like it, subscribe, but most of all, keep on gaming.